Okay, let's talk about mixed numbers and improper fractions. Here you see 2 and 1/2. That is a mixed number. All a mixed number is a mixture of a whole number with a fraction. Now to draw 2 1/2, 2 1/2 equals 2 whole units plus an extra half. Now if you wanted to write 2 1/2 as an improper fraction, you just have to count how many halves you have. You have 2 groups of 2 plus 1 extra piece. So let's count our halves. We have 1/2, 2 halves, 3 halves, 4 halves, 5 halves. 5 halves. Okay, that means you had 2 groups of 2 plus 1 extra piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 2, 4 plus 1 is 5. Let's try another example. Let's say we want to display 3 1/3. And we'll use rectangles this time. There's 1 group of 3. Two groups of 3. And 1/3. Whoops, that's only 2 1/3. There's 3 and 1/3. So we have 1, 2, 3 and 1/3. So what is that as an improper fraction? Well, it is 3, 6, 9 plus 1 more piece makes 10/3. So to make a mixed number to an improper fraction, it's how many groups of your denominator you have. So 3 whole groups of 3, 3 times 3, plus 1 extra piece makes 10. Let's try one more, and then we'll go back and do it the opposite way. How about 2 1/4, 2 1/4. So we'll do that with squares. I know that's not quite a square, more of a rectangle, broken into fourths. So we have 1 group of 4, 2 groups of 4, and 1/4. So that means you have 2 groups of 4, makes 8 pieces all together. 4, 8, plus 1 extra piece right there makes 9/4. Now remember, a fraction is just the numerator is how many pieces you have, the total number of pieces, and then the denominator, the bottom part of a fraction, is how many pieces that equal 1 whole. Okay? So a mixed number is written differently because that just separates how many whole groups you have. That's your whole number, and then that would be the fractional part left. But if an improper fraction is just to write it as a fraction, an improper fraction has a bigger numerator. So 2 1/4 is 2 groups of 4, 8 plus 1 is 9. Now let's go the opposite way. If we were to try a different example, like let's say we're doing 3 1/4. That's not the opposite way. Say we have 12/5, and we want to write 12/5 as a mixed number. Well, let's show what that would look like as a picture first. So 12/5, that means 12 pieces of fifths. How would we draw fifths? Well, I'll do this one as a pizza pie. Fifths are kind of tricky to draw as a pizza pie because you don't normally cut a pizza into fifths because you can't make even cuts going across the pie. Okay, so that's about what a pizza pie looks like cut into fifths. Remember, when you make fraction pieces, you have to try to make equal pieces. That was not a very good job. Okay, 12 fifths. I have to make sure I can cut my pizzas into enough pieces to make 12 slices. I'm going to color it in with a different color. So let me see, how many fifths can I make here? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 fifths. What is that as a mixed number? Well, we have 1 whole pizza, 2 whole pizzas, and 1, 2 out of 3, 4, 5. So as a mixed number, that is 2 and 2 fifths. And look at what we have here. 12 fifths is, you can get 2 groups of 5 out of that. And when you break something into groups, you're really just dividing. So 12 fifths also means 12 divided by 5. Let's do that division. 5 goes into 12 twice. 5 times 2 is 10. 12 minus 10 is 2, so our remainder is 2. And the most accurate way to write your remainder is as a fraction. Okay, so 2 and 2 fifths, 2 and 2 fifths. Do one more example. Let's say we're doing 11 fourths. So we need 4 pieces equal 1 whole, and we need 11 of those pieces. So let's make 11 fourths. I'll draw circles broken into fourths this time. So there's enough for 4. There's enough for 8. So I need another one. There would be enough for 12, but we're only going to need 11. So I'll color that in. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 fourths is 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3 out of 4. 11 fourths equals 2 and 3 fourths. We can break 11 into 2 groups of 4. Breaking into groups is division. Prove it with division. 11 divided by 4. 4 goes into 11 twice. 4 times 2 is 8. 11 minus 8 is 3. 2 and 3 fourths. So to make a mixed number into an improper fraction, you just multiply the whole number times the denominator and then add your numerator. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5 over 2. Notice the denominator always stays the same. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. 10 thirds. Notice we're still talking about fractions broken into thirds. The denominator stays the same. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 9 fourths. The denominator stays the same. And then to make improper fractions into mixed numbers, you can just do division. 12 fifths. 12 divided by 5 is 2 and 2 fifths. 11 fourths is 11 divided by 4, or 2 and 3 fourths.